This is where the Tubbs fire originated. I'm on Highway 29, just south of Calistoga. Well, I'm right in the middle of it. I'm not right in the origin, but I'm right in the middle of where it initiated. That would be better to say. This is the Tubbs fire, which spread all the way to Santa Rosa, and I think when it got to the Santa Rosa side, there was Coffee Park that got destroyed and all that. But the point I'm trying to make is if you look in here, a lot of the canopy was saved. I'm in the worst part right here. A lot of this canopy was destroyed, and these upper trees are not going to come back. There's a maple right there. That's right in the fire. That's coming back. These oaks are coming back. The fire went through there. You can see on the ground. I can see burned sticks and burned brush. There's a point I'm trying to make. That's why I'm videotaping this. It's an early Sunday morning, so don't worry, I'm doing it this one. There's hardly any traffic. I know I'm not supposed to drive and videotape like this, but anyways. You can see the charred Douglas fir, the Pseudosugum and Senzi. The fire went through. The trees are still alive in here. The point I'm trying to make is when the fire initially happened and we came through this area, when they finally opened up the roads, it looked like everything was dead because everything was singed, but about, I'd say a good 60% of trees that looked like they were totaled actually popped out with new leaves this summer, and it's amazing how the forest can recover. But the main other point I want to make is, here, this is all burned area in here. They put wood chips on the ground back in there. That's a really good idea. Good idea putting wood chips, I think, at least. I mean, some people say, okay, it's flammable, but here's the thing, in wildland fire behavior, it's the grass. The light standing grass is what flashes through first. And if you look in here, a lot of this underbrush, it burned, but it's still intact. It didn't burn up completely, it just got singed. And the reason why is the point I'm trying to make is it's mostly the light fuels that torch off through a fire. Those are what usually blast through first. And there's only a few places where the heat got intense enough to actually keep the brush in a full ignition state to get a complete, getting all the BTUs out of the wood, you know, and really torch it, is what I'm saying. And a lot of the underbrush didn't even burn. A lot of the underbrush is still totally intact. The secondary ladder fuel, because if I break the ladder fuels into 3 types of fuels, this is what I break them into, is the light ground fuels. We'll start off at the ground. The light ground fuels, the thin wispy grass and weeds and star thistle that's dry, that stuff torches the fastest. The next heavier fuels are the brush that's laying on the ground, dead branches on the ground, brush that grows close to the ground that's all dried up, and just broken branches and stuff that's on the ground. Then the next ladder, the third ladder fuel, are ladder fuels that are standing upright and that are small and have close contact with the light ground fuels. Those are ladder fuels that are tall enough to develop enough heat, and when they're under trees, they can torch the tree by preheating the branches and causing spread of ignition throughout the entire crown and canopy of the tree. It's the light fuels. People need to manage the light fuels. If they can only manage one of those fuels, if you get rid of those light fuels, those transitional fuels, how do you do it?